So here we are. We're back. It's been a while. Going to do a little bit of a retrospective interview here today. Sitting on the range in the sun, getting a tan. Looks like you could use one.
Definitely.
Yeah. So the school bus, represents tubular assaults, but not today. Today, the school bus is about the schoolhouse or going to school. What was it, about 1 year ago? Well, I guess you didn't ride a bus, but you were in school about 1 year ago, getting ready to graduate, right?
Yep, just about a week out from graduating a year ago.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? What are your memories of your last week of school?
Just, I quit my job and got a new one, and then I just kind of chilled out a whole bunch, Didn't really do much, just kind of skated through my senior year. But, yeah, I was getting ready to graduate, didn't know exactly what I was going to do yet, so had an idea, but not exactly.
So what'd you settle on?
Settled on the Air Force.
Yeah. And when did you ship out?
November 14th. I left home to go to the MEPS Hotel on November 13th, and then the 14th we went up, swore in and everything, got everything finalized, and flew out.
So let me see here. December to May, it's 4 months. That's basically 6 months. 6 months ago, right?
Yeah, almost 6 months.
Yeah, right at 6 months ago. What was it like arriving down, getting off the bus? What time did you get there?
Oh, we didn't get there until like 9, I think. It was a little bit surreal, You see those videos on YouTube and you're just like, oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then you get there, it's just like, wow, I'm actually here. And then we get inside the PRC, they separate everybody. Then they ask, who wants to be in the band? And then all the, regular Air Force guys have to. And then that special warfare, we couldn't, because we had a pretty much completely different basic, yeah.
How long did that last?
Did what last? The
basic.
It was 7.5 weeks.
What was it? January something?
Yeah, we graduated January 3rd and 4th, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. So we had our coin ceremony on the 3rd, and then on the 4th we had our actual graduation.
Yeah. I don't remember a whole lot about that, but boy, I remember a lot about partying in San Antonio those evenings.
Yeah, I bet you did. We didn't get to stay out too late, so.
Yeah, you didn't, but your dad and I got to.
Yeah, definitely.
We did all right. So after, what would you say? Like, what's your good memory of basic? What's your bad memory of basic? And then what is the mundane happens almost every day in basic?
So a good memory, I don't know. I mean, we had a lot. We had, we just made the best out of what we could. Sundays, they were pretty nice. Almost every Sunday, because it's church day. Everybody's going to church. You get to relax a little, make sure everything's set for the week. That was really good. But a lot of it was just messing around. Bad memory, I mean, it's probably whenever I first got there, First got there, everybody's all like, oh no, why did I do this? What made me actually come here and do this? And then, eventually you figure out that it's just fine. And then every day it's just get up, brush your teeth, shave your face, go down, get some chow, come up, get ready for your day, do whatever you got to do. At first we had PT in the mornings before we switched to winter schedule. And then winter schedule we had PT in the afternoons.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then we did...
Because winter in San Antonio is so brutal.
Oh, yeah, so bad. Yeah, it was like 70 degrees every day.
I know.
Yeah, we did some class time, just, a little bit about the Air Force. And then we did airman's time. That was actually really nice. We sit down, just have a genuine talk with our MTIs and whatnot, and pretty normal day. And then, we have an evening brief at the end of the night, normally with our flight and our dorm. And then go to bed, got to be in bed by 2100, start the day over,
So after graduation, you moved, but not very far.
Not very far. Just walked up the way, It's like, oh yeah, you guys are going to go to the PRC. We waited a couple hours for the bus. We're like, yeah, it's not coming. We never went to the PRC. then after that, yeah, we went over to special warfare. So.
What was that? What was jumping the fence? That one like? Like was there in your stomach or your feelings? What were you feeling when you made that jump?
Getting there was, you know, it was a little bit worrisome. It wasn't too hectic once we first got there. You know, just get everything, get up to our dorms and whatnot. Those weren't too bad. You know, it was 70-person bays. We only had, you know, most of the bottom bunks. Not even anybody filled the top bunks really. And then the first weekend there was pretty cool. You know, they got everything there that you need for relaxing, doing what you want. So.
How did that progress?
First day, so, you know, first few days they were intros, but,
Yeah.
you know, those intros were pretty rough. But I mean, you know, not being there very long, it doesn't really seem like I was really there, you know.
Day one, you're getting in process, but it's like there was probably something in addition to in processing.
Yeah. So day one on the Friday when we got there was like, just had a couple briefs, and then Saturday, Sunday are ours. Monday, get up, go outside, do accountability real quick, go into the classroom, have a quick brief, then go outside, do an intro. And then we came inside, had lunch and everything, and then we chilled out, did a few more briefs. It was just kind of a lot of briefs. That's what it was.
Yeah. So what was the thought process as you progressed on that side?
It was realizing that, you know, I don't think it was really for me. You know, it was like definitely called up, you know, my dad and my best friend and whatnot, and kind of told everybody, it's like, man, I don't really think this one's for me. It's a lot, you know. It's like kicking the shorts every day. You gotta be ready to eat it. And I just wanted to, you know, be able to have some free time to myself. And, you know, you got free time, but it's not like you can really leave and do what
Right.
you want to whenever you're off work, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what was what did you wind up doing?
So after I failed my IFT, I went over to Chapman and stayed there for 10 days, got a new job. I ended up getting security forces. And definitely at first it was just like, oh Lord, like, because I always heard, you know, it's this, it's that, it's bad, it's da 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 da. But yeah, it's, now that I'm in, it's really not too bad. You know, that's what you make out of it.
What about that training pipeline? Like, what are the highlights of it, and like what sucked?
The highlights, definitely the end whenever we did our FTX. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I'd say the part that sucked most was either class time or just standing on that hill all day. You know, you stand on a rocky hill in 85 degrees in a full kit all day. And then the classroom time, you know, it'd be 10 hours in a 94-degree classroom. And you're just trying not to fall asleep, you know, trying to pay attention, getting all this information shoved into your head. So
Yeah. Graduation looked good. Is that when you get your beret?
yeah, so we actually got our beret like about like a week and a half before,
I see.
so that we had time to form it.
Oh yeah.
But then you actually put it on at graduation, and after that you wear it.
Yeah. Your grandpa came down.
Yep.
His Vietnam uniform.
Yeah.
You got a picture with that? That's pretty good.
Yep. So he just wore the top and the beret for a second, just to
Well, in the
take a photo.
picture,
Yeah.
you know, that's all you need. It's Hollywood, baby. It's like here. I'm
Yeah.
not wearing any pants today.
Yeah.
You're having trouble looking down too, aren't you? But that had to have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It felt nice to actually finally graduate, because, I don't know, it just felt like it was taking forever, especially towards the end, because, like, man, I'm coming home in a few days. Like, man, when are these few days going to be up? But
So what are you on now? 2-3 weeks before you report?
Yep. So I had my 12 days of wrap, and then another 10 days of leave on top of that. And then after that, I'm going to report up to Missouri, so.
So you've been rolling up the body count. You come back to Wamego, you're big, strong, put on some weight. You carry yourself different. The girls gotta be. Like, you have to have one of them baseball counters. Let's just like click, click, click. Is that how it goes?
No, I've just been, honestly, it's just been seeing a lot of friends and family. It's That's really what it was like at first. It was like I had 3 birthdays to go to in the first weekend that I was here. I got another one tonight. It's like, and got 2 parties next weekend. It's like,
Nice.
golly.
What? Where you headed?
Headed to Whiteman,
Yeah.
home of the B-2 Bombers.
Any shout outs that made your time during basic or during training that made time to go a little easier?
Definitely Lane.
Yeah.
Lane, he's, coming from home with me, it was awesome. We weren't, like super close before we left, but once we got there, it's a little bit of that trauma bonding thing, but yeah, that was good.
And Lane, yeah, he was the dorm chief and you were the
I was one of the element leaders, yeah.
during basic.
Yeah, and then my buddy Leo, he's still in the pipeline, and this dude is badass.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's making it definitely. I don't know. There's quite a few people that definitely made my time, worth it. It was nice. I miss some of the guys. Whenever security forces, I met some pretty cool people. Definitely a lot of people that was just like, I don't know, man. Seemed a little odd, but they actually turned out to be pretty cool. So.
Yeah. What about like taken from where you were a year ago? In high school, just living life, getting along. Right, it was pretty easy. Yeah, job. It is pretty easy. Like to where you are now, leadership wise. How do you feel like the military's changed you?
It gave me like a sense of urgency, actually being put together, more. I kind of thought I was put together, but once you get there, you realize you're definitely not. I feel like I take control of situations a lot easier. That was what's good about security forces too, is that like they put you in these situations all the time to where you have to take control, definitely. There's some pretty good training out of there. It's just that most of the time you're standing around.
Yeah. Yep. Hurry up and wait type stuff. Yeah.
Hurry up and wait all day. Yeah.
What do you think besides the obvious, you put on some weight, you put on a lot of muscle. They feed you right for that.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? They're planning on you, doing that.
Yeah.
But anyway, besides that, what do you think the biggest change in Blayden Shuck has been in the last year?
Just feeling more comfortable in my own skin. Feel like I've, been happier just being me. And used to care all the time, like, oh, what does this person think? What does that person? I don't care anymore. And I feel like I'm actually out there showing who I am. And if you really don't have anything good to say, or nothing like that, I don't care. I don't really care what anybody else has to say. So
Is that born out of the confidence of succeeding?
it's at
On your own, all by yourself. I mean, without friends and family, being there.
Yeah, and I think it's also just more of how quickly I grew up, and now I got to take, really got to take things into my own hands now, definitely. So whenever I want to have fun, I'm going to spend my money and have fun with my money, Definitely.
Well, there's a thing called payback, like maybe you, me, and your dad go on vacation, you can pay our way.
No, I don't know if I have that much money.
I'll tell you what, I'll pay the travel, you pay the drinks.
Ooh. Nope, because the travel's going to be a lot less than the drinks. Definitely.
Well, you got any other comments on big life changes, 18 to 19 years old?
I don't know. It was a big change. Definitely. It was scary at first. Hard at first, definitely.
Yeah.
Everybody cried there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
shit, I'll admit it. I bawled my eyes out. I could hardly even talk the first time I talked to my dad. So, yeah.
Yeah. I remember telling Broderick, I think I told you too, it's like everybody's scared, and the ones that look the least scared are the most scared. You know what I mean? It's just their way of covering up for it,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely seeing people from all around the country, And I mean, I even, met a few people from overseas. Like there's a guy from Guam that I knew. He's pretty cool. But yeah, like people come
Guam
in.
is an American, whatever you call it.
It's overseas.
Territory,
It's
right?
overseas, so.
It is overseas. It's way overseas.
Yeah.
It's almost 24 hours overseas. I had a cousin live there.
Yeah. Yeah. But Yeah, people came in, they, tried to look a little tough, and those definitely were the people I saw,
Yeah.
broke down the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there are a whole lot of people around here proud of you. Can't wait to see what you do next.
I'm excited, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, hey, if you're sitting out there, I don't know if you're watching this and you're in the ages of 16 to 39 years old and you don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life, you might want to consider, some branch of the military. Like don't it's a great place to go when you don't have anywhere else to go or you don't know where else to go,
Yep.
It's a great thing to do, man. It's a good career. Probably got a little money in the bank.
Definitely got a little money in the bank.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's people that don't spend it very wisely too.
Yeah,
so,
oh yeah, absolutely. Probably some of the people graduate with you have a new Dodge Challenger right now or something on.
No, I don't think
7
anybody
years
made
of
that
payments.
much money.
7 years of payments.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, good times. We're out.